everyone. In this video lecture, we'll learn how to minimize FSM, mainly the deterministic finite state meshing. Let's understand the definition of minimization of FSM. DFSM M means minimal if and only if there is no other DFSM M dash exists such that language of M should be equal to language of M dash and M dash has fewer states than M does. So you have a original machine DFSM M. To say this is to convert this to minimal FSM, there has to be or to say this as a minimal FSM, there is. Let's now see the approaches in minimizing the existing DFSM. Construct a minimal DFSM to accept L by starting with M. So there are two approaches to minimize any existing DFSM. The first approach says begin with the machine M, that is the DFSM, and collapse the redundant states. If you feel that certain states are unnecessary, you can remove it, getting rid of one at a time until the resulting machine is minimal. Remember, after collapsing, after getting the resulting machine also should provide the same language as the machine M. Second approach, you can begin by over-clustering the states of L into just two groups, accepting and non-accepting, and then iteratively split those groups apart until all the distinctions that L requires have been made. Okay, so let's understand this approach. So here in this session, I am going to explain the example to minimize any existing DFSM using the second approach. So both approaches work, but we'll present an algorithm that takes the second one. That is, I'm going to solve this with the example. Let's find a minimal machine for this machine. I'm showing in the figure. So the alphabet of this figure contains A and B. Okay, let's see how to solve it. First step, we will show the operation of a minimum day at each step. Initially, the class, that is the initial classes, you have to split the entire state into two groups, accepting and non-accepting. So this is the first step you have to do. Group the states into two classes, accepting and non-accepting states. So here you can see from this 2 and 4 are accepting state and remaining are non-accepting states that I have mentioned here. Let's apply the first step on this. Let's consider 2, 4 this group. So now what you should do, you should see on each character or each character of alphabet, how 2 and 4 behaves, you should see. If 2 and 4 behave same way on certain input character, then there is no need of splitting it. Otherwise, you have to split this. So let's analyze this. First, I'm considering 2. 2 on input A alphabet we have to consider here are A and B. So 2 on input A, 1 goes to 2 on input A goes to 3. So that means 3 belongs to which state? This group 1, 3, 5, 6, that you have to write here. Now let's try for 2 on B. 2 on B goes where? 2 on B goes to 6. 6 falls in the which class? So right now we have to consider this class. So 6 belongs to 1, 3, 5, 6. So we have written it here. Next we'll consider 4 on A. 4 on A goes to 6. So class belongs to it belongs to class 1, 3, 5, 6. 4 on B belongs to which class? That is 1, 3, 5, 6. Now 1 comma A. Before moving on to the further, so next class, here 2 and 4 behaves in the same way. On 2 on A goes to the same class, 2 on B also goes to the same class. There is no change in the input character. So that means no splitting required in case of 2 comma 4. Now we'll consider 1, 3, 5, 6. First let's see 1 on A. 1 on A goes to 2. So it belongs to a class 2 comma 4. And similarly 1 on B goes to 4. So it belongs to a class 2, 4. So 3 on A goes to 3 on A goes to 2. So class it belongs is 2, 4. 3 on B goes to 4. So class it belongs to 2, 4. Similarly 5 on A also belongs to 2, 4. 5 on B also belongs to 2, 4. Let's consider 6. 6 on A belongs to 6. That means 1, 3, 5, 6. 6 on B 1, 3, 5, 6. Now let's check 1, 3, 5, 6 behave. So 1, 3, 5 behave same except 6. 1 on B also behaves same except 6. So on both the input character 6 behaves differently. So we can split here. So we can split 1, 3, 5, 6 as 1, 3, 5 and 6. So we got new class now. So what are the classes? 2, 4, 1, 3, 5 and 6. So anymore we have to consider these class for the next step. Let's consider this step 2. Step 2. Let's start. We have to consider here classes 2, 4, 1, 3, 5 and 6. 2 on input A and 2 on input B goes to a class 1, 3, 5 and 1, 6. 4 on A goes to 6. 4 on B goes to 1, 3, 5 class. So you can see that 2 on input A behaves different. 2 and 4 on input A behaves differently. Why do I say that behaves differently? 2 on A goes here, it goes to 1, 3, 5 and here it goes to 6. That is sufficient to split 2 and 4. But let's check even 2 on B. 2 on B also it behaves differently. 2 on B it goes to 6 and 4 on B goes to 1, 3, 5. So 2 and 4 need to be split for in the next class, next step. So 1, 3, 5 on 1 on A, 1 on B goes to 2, 4. 3 on A goes to 3B goes to 2, 4. 5 on A 2, 4. 5. So here it is no splitting required for 1, 3, 5. 6 however no need to check it as it is an individual element. So we get a new classes as 2, 4, 1, 3, 5 and 6. So 4 classes we are getting right now. Let's try the step 3. One on from the previous case we got 4 classes 2, 4, 1, 3, 5 and 6. So 2, 4, 6 we need not check. Let's check for 1, 3, 5. 1 on A goes to 2, so it goes to class 2. 3 on A goes to 2, so it goes to class 2. 5 on A goes to 2, so no, so all goes to same class. 1 on B also, 1 on B goes to 4. 2 on B, 3 on B also goes to 4, so class which it belongs is 4. 5 on B goes to 4, so class it belongs to is 4. So 1, 3, 5 no splitting is required. So we got again the same classes, no change from the previous set of classes what we got. Now here you can stop it. So let's see. So this I have noted from the previous step for the construction of DFSM. So let's see how to minimize this original DFSM. Now we got the classes as 2, 4, 1, 3, 5. So first class should be 135. Why the first class should be 135? Because start state of the original contains the state 1, so 135 has to be 135 contains 1, so 135 has to be a start state. Now 135 on A goes to, so you can check here also, or looking at this also you can decide one, any one you can check. 1 on A goes to 135 on A goes to which class? 2. So 1 on A goes to 2. Then 1 on B goes to 135, all 3 goes to 4. Here also you can check it. 1 on B, 4, 2 on B, 2 on, sorry, 3. 3 on B goes to 4 and 5 on B goes to 4. So all goes to 4. So 1 on B and goes to, let's check for 2. 2 on A goes to, see here you can check 2 on A goes to 3. That means 3 belongs to which class now? 135. So 2 on B, 2 on A goes to 135. 2 on A goes to 135. Now 2 on B goes to where? 2 on B goes to 6, class 6. So 2 on B goes to class 6. You can check because 6 is a different class. It's better always if you write all the classes, these classes as a state and then try to draw these. So 2 on B is 6 and then 3. After that 2, for 2 it is done on input A and 1 on input B. Now remember always in the deterministic state, each state must go through all the alphabet, that is all the alphabet characters. That means it must take a transition on all the input characters only once. So 2 on A done, 2 on B is done. Now for 4. 4 on A goes to where? 4 on A goes to 4 on A goes to 6. So here it should come. 4 on A goes to 6. Next 4 on B. Looking at these also you can draw, no problem. However, whichever is easier for you. 4 on B goes to 5. 4 on B goes to 5. 5 means 135 class. So this is how you have to draw the DFSM. So this is the minimal DFSM for this original DFSM. That's about DFSM, minimal DFSM. Thank you.